morning, Steve Fried with the morning grain comments. While markets are somewhat mixed, beans up 3 cents, corn unchanged, and wheat about unchanged, maybe up a penny. Overnight volume was pretty light. Outside markets, some of the precious metals are trying to rebound from yesterday's sharp sell-offs. The stock market is mixed, and we've got the dollar a little bit higher, and crude also a little bit higher. One headline overnight was that Putin said that he might reconsider the negotiations after talk that maybe Ukraine targeted his home. Some people feel that that might be a false report, but it still pushes the possible peace, Ukraine and Russia, back. And Ukraine continues to struggle with exports of corn and wheat. And we still see that Russia did a pretty good job of attacking Ukraine's sun oil production levels. So sun oil prices continue to firm. Canola is trying to find some support, lack of farmers selling, hopes that there may be some sales to China. In the bean market, there was talk about China buying 600,000 tons of U.S. beans for March, April. And we'll see if that is announced anytime soon. Still, even if we put China's purchases of 10 million tons, it's going to take time for them to ship that. And right now, when you look at the season-to-date exports, we're down about the soybean exports are down about 46% from last year. USDA is talking about a 13% decline. Over in the corn, exports pretty much in line with what the trade was looking for. Right now, you've got corn exports are up 66% versus last year. USDA is talking about a 12% increase. It's interesting that if you take current corn exports, normally it's 25% of the season's total, which would put U.S. corn exports at 100 million metric tons versus the USDA's 82.3. As far as the wheat is concerned, again, wheat exports to date are up 22% versus last year. USDA is talking about a 9% increase. We continue to hear record Argentina harvest wheat yield. We also noted that in Australia, harvest is almost done, and their receivables is record high. So all of this offers resistance to the wheat market as far as world prices are concerned and U.S. future export demand. So again, for 2026, I think soybean prices need to trend lower if Brazil has a record crop and China is slow buying U.S. beans. I think the corn market also needs to pull back a little bit with large supply of global corn and feed wheat. And the wheat market will struggle to rally because of this higher world supply and lower world prices.